Okay. So I'm really, really glad you guys are all on today because Preferred Client Club is looking a little different these days. So that means we're all going to have to learn the new system. When I say all, I mean every single Century 21 agent across the globe is going to have to learn how to navigate this new platform. I'm going to go ahead and say this because I know some of y'all really hate change. The Preferred Client Club is new and improved, so it is more user-friendly. It is still a really great tool for staying in front of your clients, sending them really nice marketing pieces to their door, of course, all branded to you. And it is still relatively cheap. And it's also really, really great for prospecting. And I will show you why here in a little bit. So not only that, but PCC is a program some of our highest producers absolutely love and use as part of their marketing system. So if you know Janella up in the Bay, she absolutely swears by this program up and down. So it is tried and true by them. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Whenever I was learning this program at first, it was a slight learning curve, but that is exactly why I am here to explain it to you. And I will be around to field questions. And really, once you've done it once, you're pretty much solid and good to go. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started from the beginning on where to go to get started at Preferred Clients Club. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we recording this?
We are recording.
Okay.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
I didn't hear any notes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So again, let's get started at the very beginning on where to go to find Preferred Client Club. So Preferred Client Club is in 21online.com. If you're a Century 21 agent, you should all have access to this website. So we're going to come over here to the right-hand corner where it says menu. Scroll down until we find Productivity Hub. And then we are going to scroll down until we find Preferred Clients Club. Now, my screen is going to look a little bit different than your guys's because I have admin access, so I will let you know when to pay attention and when to not pay attention, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, don't pay attention to this. Okay, this is what all of our screens will look like once we get into Preferred Clients Club. We're going to click over here to get into the program. Ignore this part, so you won't see this part. Okay, so this page explains a little bit about what Preferred Clients Club is. I'm going to run down here to the newly added benefits and kind of explain what is different. So number one, simplified enrollment offerings. So previously, there were 2, 5, and 7-year plans. Now there's just going to be a very simple 1-year plan with an option to automatically renew at the end of the year. Now, I know I'm going to go ahead and get questions on this, so I'm going to answer this now. If you have clients that are already set up on a 2, 5, or 7-year plan, that plan is going to run through until the end of its term, so you don't have to do anything there. Next is refreshed mailings. So your clients are going to get 5 high-quality mailings per year. To my understanding, these are a little bit better quality, and the finishes are a little bit nicer. And you're going to have the option to pick and choose this time what you want to send to your clients. Previously, it was all in a batch, but this time you get to pick and choose what gets sent out. Your options: 2 postcards, 1 in April, 1 in August, 1 magazine, 1 trifold, and 1 wall calendar. Next, increased personalization. So these pieces are going to have your headshots, and you can create a custom greeting card on each individual marketing piece. That was not the case before. And then number 4, simplified dashboard. So you can access Preferred Clients Club through Express Docs. It has moved recently to Express Docs. To be honest, as Masters agents, we do not spend a lot of time in Express Docs because Express Docs is where you go to order business cards, order flyers, or order postcards. And as Masters agents, we have the luxury of having our own marketing team that does that for us. So yeah, we don't spend a lot of time in Express Docs, but that is where Preferred Clients Club will be from here on out. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and click this blue button down here to get started on our subscription. Okay. So, first, we're going to be in the select editions phase. Editions are which pieces of marketing materials we want to send out. Like I said, you have the option to pick and choose what marketing pieces you want to send. In my opinion, and what I would recommend is I would pretty much send everything out because number one, it is still relatively cheap. And number two, the more times that you can stay in front of your clients, the absolute better. Okay. So click Show All Editions to see what all is available to be sent out. So again, here you've got your postcard, one in April, and then one in August, and then your magazine that gets sent out in June. Here's what the cover of that magazine is going to look like, your information in the corner, and your headshots over here. And then the annual calendar that gets sent out in December. And this, oh, I didn't mean to zoom in, zoom out. Okay. This is going to be the cover, and then your headshots information is going to be on the back of that magazine. And then, of course, the trifold that gets sent out in November. Okay, as you've noticed, there are two calendars here, one that says Annual Calendar December and one that says 2026 Annual Calendar December. We don't want to click this one. That is for 2025. It's almost the end of 2025, so we definitely don't want to send out a calendar this late time of the year. So we definitely want to keep this one checked, 2026 Annual Calendar. Okay, now let's get into pricing. So the cost has increased a little bit for Preferred Client Club, just like everything else, because we live in the year 2025. So the Preferred Client Club is now $16 per subscription per year. And I'm going to I know that sounds confusing at first, but I'm going to get into a little bit about how that works. And hopefully it becomes a little bit clearer as we continue on to the next slides. And then a few additional dollars per shipping. So we come up here to the pricing table. This is what it's going to cost to send out each piece. So $3.50 for the 28-page calendar, $1 for the postcards, $2.75 for the magazine, and $2.50 for the trifold. So I've added it all up, and $16 plus what it would cost to send all of these items out are about $26.75. Guys, that is still really not bad for what your clients are getting. Again, once you set this up once, you don't ever have to think about it again, especially if you put them on auto enroll down here. Auto enroll means that they will be on year after year until you take them off. Again, your clients are getting 5 pieces of marketing material delivered straight to their doorstep. You don't even have to do anything. Okay, I know some of you guys are thinking, wow, that price jumped up a little bit, but let's compare a little bit of our everyday purchases and let's have some fun with that. So number one, if you guys ever decide you want to make me happy, you want to make my day, my favorite Starbucks drink you can get me, get ready, is a grande iced brown sugar shaken espresso with sweet cream cold foam and caramel drizzle on the sides. Okay, I hope some of you guys wrote that down. I hope I'm surprised with it tomorrow.
Again?
You got the gift card still.
Yeah, I go for the gift card.
So yes, that drink is $7, and that's not even because I get all the add-ins. We all know Starbucks drinks are so freaking expensive for no reason. So I can either skip out on my annoying coffee order for 3 days, or I can go get a listing. I'm gonna be tired for a little bit, and I'll just go get that listing. Another really good example. Shout out to Jackie Barn Dollar for this example. One legendary margarita at Texas Roadhouse is $12. We all know it takes at least 2 margaritas to even feel anything. A little secret, because I used to work at Texas Roadhouse, is they barely put any alcohol in their drinks. That's why it takes so much. So you can either get slightly buzzed for $24, or you can go ahead and get another listing. I'm going to go ahead and get another listing and just do dry November, no drinks November, something like that. I don't know. But thank you, Jackie, for that example. So guys, if a $26 tool helped you land just one client this year, that's like buying a $26 open house sign and getting a full $10,000 commission check in return. That is a freaking pretty good deal if you ask me. So, and again, that's $26 for the entire year. You don't even have to think about it until next year. and your clients are getting really great pieces of marketing material delivered straight to their doorstep. Looks like it's coming right from you. And again, this is where you can go to auto enroll your clients year after year. You don't have to do anything unless you want to take them off. Then you can come back to Preferred Client Club and opt them out. Okay, next we're going to go into the personalization phase. So here is what we want the client to see, information about us. As you can see, we've got 7 lines over here. Of course, we want to include our DRE number. You can also include things like your social media links and your website links. Again, you have 7 lines to come in and type things on. You don't have to fill out every single blank. And next is return address. You can leave this as the office's address, or you can put in your home address. Doesn't matter, either one. Okay. And then now for the headshots. So you can select no headshots, a single headshots, double headshots, or team headshots. I'm going to go ahead and select single headshots, and you can mess around with what you want it to look like by coming here and clicking image effects. It's going to take a second to load. You can crop it, rotate it, flip it, mess with the colors, mask it. I don't even know what that means, but.
Can you turn it upside down?
Yeah, you can turn it upside down. So yes, that is where you go to upload your headshots. And then over here on the right-hand corner, you can add a personal message to each piece. They have these automatic messages in here. In my opinion, those are really boring. Everyone says that. So I want to make it more personal. So I would recommend utilizing ChatGPT to come in and help you create something. You got 500 characters to do that. Okay. Any questions on this page? Okay. That page is
Wait a
pretty
minute,
simple.
we have a question in the chat. It says, how far back can you go with a client to add them? You can go as far back as you want. You can go somebody that's not even your client. You can add
Yes.
your neighbor.
Yes, you can add. This is also a really great prospecting tool. You can add people you don't even
Yes.
know. So, and I'm going to get into that here in a little bit as well. Okay. Now, continuing on to distribution. Oh, it wants me to select an image. Okay. Continuing on to distribution. So we are going to go ahead and click Create Address Lists. And we've got a few options here. I'm going to start at the very beginning, Upload Lists. So if you have a simple Excel spreadsheet with your past clients, or you want to create one, you can do that and upload the file here and choose File. Now, if you want to create an Excel spreadsheet, this is how Preferred Client Club what it wants it to look like. So column A with their full name, column B with their address, column C, city, etc. They've got a little example over here of what that looks like. I know this looks like a lot, but it's really not as tedious as it seems. So that is how you upload your clients list. A couple of other options we've got is a radius list. So this one is really cool. So you can actually plug in an address. So I'm going to put in my old address. And I want this to be mailed to 25 homes around that address. I'm going to keep single and multifamily, and I'm going to take a look at what that brings up. So these are all the addresses that are around this specific address that I put in, pulls up 25 of them. I am happy with this, so I'm going to click Next. Now, I want them to use a resident name and also add or resident just in case people have moved out of that property. And then I am going to agree with the terms and the conditions. Now, those people are all in my list. Guys, that is really, really good for farming a specific neighborhood. Those 25 people surrounding that address are going to get 5 pieces of marketing material from me throughout the course of a year automatically, and I don't even have to do anything. Another way we can create a list is by doing a street. This is pretty much the same as a radius, except we're building on a specific street. So if I want to do same address, Drive 65109, add streets. I don't know why that's not working, but you get the point. So 25 homes on that specific street will get this preferred client club mailings from me. Next, we have got demographics. Guys, this one is actually really crazy. Century 21 will search from a consumer database of more than 260 million records nationwide. You can basically create a perfect client. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a little bit. Our first option, though, is a bit simpler. We can choose between owners or renters. So if I want to target renters, I'm going to click renter and click next. And I've got a couple different options here. So I can do a distance around this address, a quantity around this address, or zip code. I'm going to do a quantity around this address. Let's say I want to target 25 renters around this specific address. 25 renters around this address. Oh, maximum is 10. 10 renters around this specific address.
It's Missouri, that's why.
I think you have to do 100, Kiana.
Oh, thank you. I do. Oh, maximum value is 10. Oh, I see. Yes. So you're right. I have to put in at least a minimum required of 100 addresses. And I've got a couple options here. I can either mail to all 5,466 of those people, or I can
Take out the distance.
take
Yeah.
out the distance.
No, lower the distance.
Okay, what in the world? I muted Neil. I think I got him. Go ahead, Kiana.
All right. It is taking a second to search here.
You said quantity and it says distance.
Yeah, so distance, I'm sorry, is miles around this address, not quantity. So 10 miles around 4909 Woodhaven Drive is where I'm looking for renters.
Okay.
So that has pulled up 5,466. I don't want to mail to that many people. I only want to mail to 100 people. Now, how often will you use this list? Single use is going to cost me $5. Using this list multiple times is going to cost me $7. So what that is Century 21 will hold this specific list for me once for $5, or it'll hold it for me multiple times for $7. I'm going to probably use this list more than once, so I'm going to click multiple use. And again, I can use a residence name, and I'm going to add or residence. I've got to name this list, so I'm going to name it renters around 4909 Woodhaven, and I'm going to agree with the terms and condition and completes. And now I've got my list in here. So to kind of specify on the $16 earlier, so each of these address lists are going to be $16 plus the price to ship. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that one. So $16 plus it's going to cost me $1.25, 5 cents each for the radius around 4909 Woodhaven for 25. That's where I get that $26.25 from. Does that make sense? Okay. And what I mean whenever I say you can literally create the perfect clients, you can come here to demographic lists, and you have all of these filters between age range, income range, gender, male or female. I didn't make that list, don't come after me. Names, number of families per unit, residence value, net worth, are they owner or renter, and the length of residence. So I can go in, mess with these filters, and again, go around a specific address and search that way. So that one is actually pretty crazy. That's what I mean when I say you can create the perfect client. This one, estimated residential value lists with demographics. To be honest, it is the same filters as the one before. To be honest, I think that is a little bit of a glitch in the system, so I would ignore that one and just continue using this one. Demographics list, click here. And then this one down here, estimated residential value only list. This one's a bit of a simpler filter search. You can do age range and residence value. And again, search around that area based on the criteria that you put in. Are there any questions on this page?
Hi, good afternoon, Kiana.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm going to be on the road in a minute, so I turn my phone on. So regarding the there is such a thing as do not call list. Is there such a thing as do not mail list?
That is a great question, Jackie. Do you know?
I don't believe so. I mean, obviously, if they say
There
stop
is.
sending me it, then you can shut them down. If somebody gets something they don't want it, just go okay. And
There
I
is
think,
mail.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can assign it to a new client, can't you, Kiana?
Yes,
I
you can.
know you could in the past.
The
Yes.
thing is, if they might call you, but they won't say what the address is.
Well, then you can't take it off, can you? If they don't cooperate, there's no way that you can.
I don't think
accommodate
there
them.
is, because there's so much mail that goes out, like for ads for markets and stuff like that. There's no way that they would be able to stop all that.
Yeah, I agree. Mhm.
I've been
Throw it in the
trying to
trash.
get Armin to stop mailing to me for years.
I won't.
Thank you.
I'm gonna mute both of them.
Thank you, Kiana.
Yes. Okay, back to address lists. Next is import CRM lists. So this is pulling from Moxie Engage. Here at Century 21 Masters, management actually pays for us to use Follow Up Boss. As someone coming from a brokerage that was with the Century 21 that used Moxie Engage, Follow Up Boss runs circles around Moxie Engage. So we don't use that here at Masters, so we will not be using this specific search list here. But what you can do is go to Follow Up Boss, download your contacts, and import them here. That is an option. Okay, next is new homeowners. So this one is new. You can actually target new homeowners, and I know you're probably thinking, they just bought a home, why would I target them? Well, you know that they probably will plan to upgrade, downsize, or invest in another property soon since they've done it once. So why not just go ahead and get in front of them now, and hopefully you'll be the agent on the next transaction that they do. So
Quick comment from it says I use RPR for my addresses and it cross-references the do not mail list. So thank you, Tanya.
oh, awesome. Okay, so put in a zip code. I'm going to put in 65109, and I want to see who's bought property in the last 60 days, and I'm going to view those results. And looks like about 10 people have in 65109 in the last 60 days. So I can mail to those specific people, click next, and continue on with the process. Okay, any questions on these address lists? This is really, really great for prospecting specific neighborhoods and farming them. Okay. All right, so now that I've got my list here, 25 homes around 4909 Woodhaven, I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So sending a sample card means I can send myself this set of marketing materials. I can click that. That is gonna charge me $16 to do, so I'm not gonna click that. Totally your preference. Next is informed delivery by USPS. I actually have never heard of this. Maybe some of you guys have this in your personal homes, but it allows customers to see a preview of what kind of mail that they're getting. I have no idea how they do this, but it seems pretty cool. I would leave this checked on over here, leave it checked on. So here's a few different images of what your clients will see digitally on their phone. So you've got like 16 options here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this one, selling a home, use this image. And what USPS will do is they're gonna take a picture of what it is that you're sending. So if it's a newsletter, if it's a magazine, a picture of the magazine is gonna be here. If it's a postcard, picture of the postcard is gonna be here. Are any of you guys set up on informed delivery, USPS? No? Okay. So, but for those homeowners that
That informed delivery?
I'm sorry?
Did you say informed delivery?
Informed delivery, yes, where your clients can actually get a digital version of what their mail is going to get before it gets to their doorstep.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what that is. I'm personally not set up on it, but it seems many people are. So whenever your clients are looking at what pieces of mail are coming to their doorstep on their phone, they can actually click this little rider, is what they call it, ride along image, and it can take them to a website on their phone. So I would definitely put in a website that's going to capture lead information. So whether that's a Google Docs or whether that is your own personal website, you can put it in here. Express Links says that they will capture the information for you. To be honest, I don't know where that information goes. So to be safe, I would put in your own personal website or Google Forms. Okay, for now, I'm going to leave this one checked. And then I'm going to continue on to payments. Were there any questions on this page about distribution?
I'm a little
No.
confused with the fact that you said it's $16 to $27, but then you have all these different little things. Is that added costs or is that within that $16 to $27?
Yeah, good question. So each of these address lists that I pull is going to be $16 flats. And then mailing is what adds on to that. So mailing to 25 homes is going to cost me about $1.25. So that adds up to $26.25. Now, let's say I added another address list, that's going to be another $16. So for example, if I want to do, somebody give me a property address.
4197 Chino Hills Parkway.
Chino Hills Parkway. And what is the zip code?
91709.
91709. I'm going to do another 25 homes around that area. Total address is 25, total streets 2. Okay, next. I'm going to add or residence. I agree with the terms and condition. I'm going to create that list. So 4197 Chino Hills Parkway. This series is going to cost me $16 flat. Doesn't matter how many people I send it out to, but this specific address list is going to cost me $16. 4909 Woodhaven Drive. The specific series is going to cost me $16. Where the rest of the additional cost comes from is from the mailing. So mailing out each of these additions. So.
Okay, so would it be smart to just put 250 homes on the first 16? Would that work?
I'm sorry, 250 homes on the first.
In other words, you're doing 25 homes and 25 homes, which makes twice 16. What about if I just put 100 homes in one? Would that work?
You can do that, but my reason being is I want to farm different neighborhoods. So I want to farm around this one.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions on that? I know that can be a little bit tricky. Okay, good. Good. Explained it well. Oh well. Okay, and then continuing to payments. If you currently have clients enrolled in Preferred Client Club, you may have store credits. But again, if you've already got clients signed up on a 2, 5, or 7-year plan, those marketing materials are going to go ahead and continue sending out as they normally would until the end of its term. So I can go ahead and put in a credit card and then I can pay for it here. So I know it looks a little bit different than what it previously was. So again, I'll take any questions. No questions? All right, you guys, I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
So, hi there. I just sent a message. So can you map out a certain community if you're farming it rather than around and including streets and homes that you don't really want?
Yes, so you can, whenever I do put in a radius and it gives me a list of homes, I can click and unclick which homes I want to send to. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you can like map out a certain community, you know. Let's say I want to be,
Oh, I see.
want to be north of a certain, main road, but if I mapped out, say, 100 around it, it's going to go south of that road, but I want to be north of it. I'm just wondering if you can map it out.
I would find an address that is centrally located to where you want to send, plug
Yeah.
in that address, and then send
Okay.
it.
Hey,
Mhm.
Kiana, was that the same system where you could just upload? Because I'm wondering if for his instance, you can pull a list from, say, title with the exact addresses that you want, and then just upload that list so that it's not just one perfect circle. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can do that. You can upload a list, but it has to be an Excel spreadsheet. But again,
Actually, on the MLS, you have like you can draw a paragon and then you can, hand
yeah,
draw the areas that you want.
there are no drawing features in Preferred Client Club, unfortunately. But you do have the option of radius and address, and what Mike is saying, you can plug in addresses.
That was a good idea to get title to pull it, which I already have. But then the Excel, you just got to make sure that it's in that format that you had.
Yeah.
And CSV counts, so that counts as Excel. So they usually give it to you in CSV format, Mike, and then that way you can just upload it.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Great.
But the CSV, would it still have to be the Excel the same as what you showed us, or CSV work?
Excel is CSV.
Oh, yeah. But it has to be in the order that you were showing us, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Column A has to be. I can pull it back up, but like column A was the street, column B was the city, column C was the zip code, etc.
Where do I find that again? Because maybe I can ask title company to make that order, or I
Yeah.
can.
I'll share my screen. Let's see. So create address lists and then upload lists. And here is what it is. So column A, full name, column B, address, etc.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Do we have any other questions? If not, you need to thank Kiana for a great presentation, good information for us to know since it's changed so much, and
Yeah.
I'm sure stay tuned. She'll have something coming up before too long.
Thank you,
another class.
Kiana.
Good
Please
job,
put your
Kiana.
contact info, please, in chat. Kiana, thank you.
Great job.
Yep. Thank you. See you guys later.